Hi everyone, this is the Mighty Cleric, and today I'm telling you more about International Cricket Captain 2014. Hope you enjoy. Okay, guys, this is International Cricket Captain 2014. It just came out. This is the menu system where you can select a new game. On a new game screen, you can select whether you want to play English career, Australian, Indian League career, international career. English one, you'll decide you play the county sides. On the right hand side of every county you can see what stars they get for their batting and bowling, and you can give your safe game a name. And when you selected the new game, you can decide that you've got to earn the captaincy to coach your national team. I chose South Africa, and playing it on easy. I want to earn the captaincy. That's the option you have, which wasn't in the previous ones. Now this is basically your squad that you have already in the game. It shows you on the left hand side the batsman, opening batsman with a little O. It shows your all-rounders, wicket keepers and your bowlers, and you can see there's different filters at the bottom where you can see per year, the career, last year, last season. This is to show how your team did the previous years in the different competitions, and at the bottom it shows fixtures and results. And these shows the records for Nottinghamshire, and since 2014 there's no records, so it doesn't matter if you get 2 or 20 or 200, it will be a record if you play for the first time. Also shows partnerships, historical, and since 2014 in the different versions, 20 Cup, 3-day cricket, and these are your finances, where you can spend more budget money on training youth players coming into your side so you can select them next season. You want to do more physio or more batting practice or net practices. Here you can view personal stats of all the individual players. You can see their age, you can see their different stats of how many times they caught a ball, what's their strike rates, and this is everybody in your squad. It also shows left-hand batsman if they're a bowler, and these are the improvement or the average over the season for batting and bowling. And this shows personal information when they started playing, and you can't do any coaching yet because you haven't bid or for your new players. And now you can see, you can choose that you wanted to see players that are in your youth squad, players that are available domestically, which probably means that they didn't receive contracts or their contracts ended from their clubs or their contracts were cancelled. And you can also put in overseas players, but you are limited per different games. I know for the first class games you can only choose one foreign player, and I think you can get up to 2 or 3 for the 20. I'm not sure, I haven't reached that. And these are the different standings in the competition. As far we haven't played any, so, and this is the knockout stages. You can see at the bottom the filter for the different, or the tabs for the different trophies that you play for. And this also shows while you're playing, going through the calendar year, all the different test matches that will be played by countries going on tour. And this itinerary, I think, is very accurate because South Africa just played against Sri Lanka and beat them 1-0 in a series, which I'm very proud of, guys. This also shows the rankings, test rankings, one-day rankings, and T20 rankings. It also shows the different rankings for batsmen, bowlers. Very, very interesting. If you love statistics, spreadsheets, Excel, then you would love this game, because you don't actually play the cricket game. It's not as much your skills as a cricket player, it's your skills to actually administer or to be a manager, like the soccer, football games that you get. So for the few people out there playing cricket, this is an awesome game. I've been playing International Cricket Captain since the first one came out, and I can definitely assure you that the quality and the stats and everything just increased. And basically you start 2014 season with only stats up to date. That means that you create your own stats. You can make one of the best players in the world never play in your squad, or you can make a name for somebody new. This just shows that if you want to allocate your funds so you can increase your training, your physio, you can basically click on anything and manipulate the stocks or the stats of anything. I know there's probably a lot of people out there who probably wouldn't watch this video if I don't force them at gunpoint, that will think this is so boring and it's just numbers, it doesn't make sense. If you don't watch cricket, or you don't like cricket, and you don't like statistics, you're not going to understand the abbreviations anyway. So this is definitely just for people who actually love cricket and love the stats version of it. It's like watching a cricket match and actually hearing the commentators telling you about higher scores, and I love it. And here you can offer young players contracts, and yeah, after the first round it will show you who's been signed for the first round. It's always nice to get an 18-year-old in your team and building him, because as the seasons go on he ages as well, and you can build a name for him. It's like choosing, well, you can't choose a non-existing player like in normal cricket games, where you can have a career mode and start off with no stats and anything at all and just make a name for yourself. Unfortunately, this is the closest you can get to it, is by choosing an unknown 18-year-old or 20-year-old and just use him in your team. Okay, this is the team that's currently selected, plus the new guys in your team, and here you can allocate and learn different things from them by going into their personal information, see when they started their career. But here you can also see on the right hand side their fitness, their form which they're in, and if it all starts out equally. Everybody is as equal as fit, but you'll see as the games prolong, depending on how many overs a bowler have bowled or how long a batsman has been in the field, those guys are going to get, well, they're going to get tired, and the more runs they score, the better their fielding is, the more catches they take, the more wickets they take, their stats is going to increase, their stars are going to increase, their value is going to increase, and the poorer ones, the ones that's very been unlucky, been run out, they're going to drop in their form, and then here you can decide whether you want to give them bowling practice or even change the technique. And I haven't never changed technique, because I think if a guy plays a county cricket, or which is in South Africa, it's provincial cricket, then at least you have abundant skills. So I've never done it. I've given him practice, because that helps their stats and their form to increase. Also playing matches and doing good. So the decisions you make can actually from 2014 change how well their form is. I mean, you can break a player by just playing everybody very aggressive. What I normally do is I select everybody that didn't make the team to play for the second team. So when somebody doesn't perform in a first team when they play, I can see how they've done it because it shows the last 5 innings or last 5 bowling stats that the player has. So it can tell me, okay, right, I can maybe swap out one player with another. I also like to get a good balance of every kind of bowler. Here is the screen where you actually play against somebody and you toss a coin, and we can only bat for this one. So this is the starting team, and this screen is actually your main heads-up display. Here you can change a lot of things, which you can view ball per ball bowled or over per over, or you can just say skip the match and play it by itself. It's very, very up to date with what basically somebody doing the stats for a real cricket team will have available to them. I think, you can also watch the highlights. So if you just play over per over, you can make it that you only play or only see all the fours that's been scored, the boundaries, or every single ball. So there at the bottom you can see a run has been scored and which side of the field, so you know how you can set your fields. And yes, you can set your fields by editing the field and moving players. Same rules apply. Okay guys, thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe. See you guys next week.